Hello Aries, this is Ashley. I hope you are doing well. We're going to do your reading for the last week of October. So we're going to wrap up the month and see what's been going on for you. See what sort of messages want to come through for you for the last week of October. So this will not resonate for every Aries out there. If it does, please leave a comment, a like. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of when new readings come out. If it's not your reading, be sure to check out your other placements. That schedule of when I release all the elements is down below in the description box. Now Aries, we just had a full moon in your sign. Some very invigorating energy there for sure. So let's see what's going on for you. Have some interesting messages coming out already. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to do past, present, and future and just see what's going on. Goodness, these cards getting wild. All right. Let's see what we get here for Aries, the end of October. We have Judgment, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, there you are, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Pentacles. So could certainly be some collaborative efforts going on here. Could be a lot of work focus. You can see in this depiction of the Three of Pentacles, this flower is being built out of bricks. So taking something that's normally quite delicate and sensitive and making it into something that can stand the test of time. So we'll kind of see how that is coming into play for you. Now it does look like you may have recently had quite the shift in your world here, Aries. And it looks like you're moving forward with quite a bit of passion and, might I say, even some romance perhaps, as we do have the Knight of Cups and the Lovers coming in here in the near future. So lots of major energy showing up here. Let's see. In the past position we have the Jaguar. So what this card talks about is kind of following that inner instinct, even when it means stepping out of a comfort zone. You could have, had to kind of push the boundaries of what you're comfortable with in the recent past and kind of follow that inner instinct. And what it also really talks about is recognizing that we all have this like inner jaguar spirit of, being able to handle whatever comes. So we have Judgment, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. So a couple of things here could certainly be some sort of soul calling when it comes to your career. You could have recently decided to kind of expand your higher learning here with the Hierophant. You can see this wise owl sort of teaching this girl, and has this open book here up in the tree. It could also be that perhaps someone has made a judgment call on a marriage situation with the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Judgment coming in together. That's definitely some sort of long-term commitment that you've had to make a call on. So we're going to get some additional cards here and see what this might have been for you, Aries. Let's see what's going on for Aries. Why do we have Judgment? The Four of Wands. Ooh, and the Queen of Wands. And we have the King of Wands here. So some counterparts on the board. The Emperor. Look at that. We have the Chariot here, and then again in the present moment. And the Eight of Swords. With the Hierophant, we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, and the Ace of Pentacles. So it could certainly be a number of things I'm seeing here. I do feel like perhaps there has been a recent reunion with a counterpart or a coming together. So it doesn't have to be that you've been with this person in the past and you're getting back together. It can be, especially with the Judgment card, that can mean people from the past. I also feel like this could be a situation where you've made a judgment call on some kind of union, something that forced you out of your comfort zone, and you decided to move forward kind of into the unknown, really. And I feel that way because of that Eight of Swords. You know, you can have like really strong mentally stuck energy with this, kind of mental torture about something. And you've decided to break free and move forward and kind of take control of a situation. And I'm feeling that specifically. There's actually two Emperor cards in this deck. But in this one, this depiction, you can see that this Emperor has all of these people kind of on a string, kind of controlling what they're doing, almost like a puppet master. And I feel like perhaps that's how you felt at some point, and you kind of decided to break free from that energy and move forward. Now it does look like some sort of new commitment here. So this could be with this Queen of Wands. It could be with someone new. Or again, it could be some sort of new career learning venture that you're both passionate about and has the potential for like long-term growth, right? Like over time, it's building into something solid and permanent. So looks like there's been a lot of shifts in recent past for you. Certainly just take what resonates, but overall a really good energy of kind of breaking free from constraints and potentially just kind of developing more of a confidence in yourself and moving forward. Now in the present moment, so this would be during the week of the 24th, so the last full week of October, we have this Beauty card, and it is the waning gibbous moon. And so kind of really taking pleasure in the sensory areas of life, like really enjoying good food, and could be sex, could be like a new set of luxury bath towels. I mean, it's any kind of sensory experience here. Now with the King of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Cups, I really feel like you're kind of going after this with a lot of passion and a lot of speed, kind of taking that more, almost feels like more of a dominant role here. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it feels really nice because it feels like you're finally in this place of, it's like as you broke free from whatever this strings attached situation was for you, it's like you're finally doing what just like fills you up, really lights you up, even if it's, you know, something that would result in judgment from others. You see how she's got all these eyes on her? And I don't think you care, which is really quite refreshing energy. So let's see what could be going on here. Now you could certainly be dealing with a lover with this Nine of Cups here. But why is this your energy for the last week of October? With the King of Wands, we have the Death card and the Two of Pentacles. With the Chariot, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which has shown up twice here. And with the Knight of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups and the Moon. So yeah, I really do feel like you're going after just whatever lights your fire, like your dream come true, despite having any fears about it, despite what other people may say. With the Death card and the Two of Pentacles here, this could certainly be a situation where you are leaving a work environment with perhaps even a controlling boss type figure here, and you're kind of moving in a direction that feels it's like it gives you more control over the amount of effort that you're able to put into it. It's like, you know, we can work in a position, for example, and we can put in all this time and effort and just like kill ourselves, dedicating ourselves to that job, and still not get a return on that investment. You know, maybe it's not, we're not getting paid enough. Maybe we're just not getting appreciation for all the effort that we're putting in. But what this feels like, it's like you're moving more towards a situation where you're putting in the time and effort, and that is being recognized. And perhaps even in a way where you have some other people that may even be kind of jealous of the attention that you're getting. But it's, like I said, I don't feel like you care about that. I feel like you're in this really confident kind of rebirth of yourself here. And you're putting in a lot of effort, and I think that that's enough for you. Like, it feels like you're proud of yourself just for having made a move or put in the effort or what have you. And so anybody else's opinions don't really measure up, if that makes sense. And I feel like you're doing this even if in the past it was something that was kind of terrifying, right? And I do think there were fears there before, only now I feel like you're recognizing that in the past, not having stepped outside the box, you were just being controlled in some way, right? Controlled by those fears, controlled by other people, perhaps even other people's opinions. And I feel like now you're kind of stepping more into this place of I care about how I feel. I care about how inspired I feel. I care about whether it's something that like lights me up. And not to mention, with this beauty card and these pentacles showing up here, you're stepping more into this like abundance energy where you're kind of recognizing that you deserve happiness and good pay, and you know, to be able to go on a trip when you want to go on a trip and not worry about if it's going to break the bank. You want to be able to take some days off if you want to take some days off. You know, like this energy here almost kind of feels like there was some constraints even for what hours you worked and how many hours you worked and that kind of thing. And so from a career standpoint, I feel like you're stepping into more of a equal give and take kind of situation in the job environment, even if that means you're working for yourself, right? And taking that leap. Like there was a lot of stepping out of the box here, and I think it was in a lot of different ways. Education, work, relationships. So all kinds of things are coming through here. Now we do have a lot of Cancer energy showing up here. Definitely Earth. Some fire. Taurus. Cancer, Taurus, Cancer. And then, you know, your signs here, Aries, Leo, Sag, a bunch of fire energy here. So if you are dealing with some lover type situation, which we're getting to, that could be their sign or one of their heavier placements. So in the future position, we have the Lovers. And this card really talks about, one, you know, lovers, we're looking at something that kind of lasts past the honeymoon phase, if that makes sense. And that could be an actual lover, a relationship, a romance. It could also just be some kind of partnership, business partnership, or even friendship that lasts past that honeymoon phase. If you think about it, you know, we have this really passionate phase about something, anything that's new and inspiring. And over time, that kind of spark can kind of change and shift into, you know, either a lack of interest or just more of a steady, grounded pace, right? And so I do feel like there's something coming in here with that Knight of Wands that is helping to contribute to your overall abundance and stability here. Let's see. Now we do have the Nine of Swords there. So again, I do feel like you could be kind of under people's watch here with that particular depiction of the Nine of Swords. So let's see what's going on in this future position. The Knight of Wands, we have the Five of Wands. So perhaps some competition, and look at that, with the Emperor. So I do feel like you could be stepping into something that's quite a bit more competitive. It could also be that as you've kind of established yourself here and you're deciding to go for what you want and what you deserve, that this Emperor, specifically if it was like a boss in the past, is none too happy about, you know, what you're doing. With the Nine of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and Judgment. It does kind of feel like perhaps there is, I just feel like you're catching a lot of judgment, and I do feel like it's because you are stepping into your abundance. you know, with that Ten of Pentacles, it's in the same row with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here. Now, with Judgment there, it could certainly be tied back to this relationship, this union we talked about in the past position. But I'm actually feeling this as a different energy. To me, it feels like you're stepping into your own personal power, and that's triggering other people. So keep that in mind. The King of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups again in that same row. And the Knight of Pentacles. So I do feel like you could definitely have an earth sign kind of showing up in the form of a new boss. It could just be a Taurus. Certainly could be a Capricorn or a Virgo, or just someone that represents long-term stability, grounded, abundance, you know, those kinds of aspects. But I do feel like somebody's coming in here and making you an offer that is going to be very pleasing to you and also contribute to that overall abundance that you are working towards. And so it feels really good. I kind of really feel like this is more of an independent, personal, dream chasing kind of new career, work, or even educational situation here. There is some love showing up, which I mentioned already, but it feels more like just something that you're contributing to that actually pays out the other side and doesn't make you a slave to its own agenda. You know, I'm certain those of you watching, you've probably had experiences where you've worked for a company, for example, and they're so focused on their business side of things, like how they make money and how much money they're making, that they fail to pay attention to how that's impacting their employees. Which is a huge shame, because ultimately their employees are what's making their money for them, right? But here, I feel like you're getting an offer here, something you're very passionate about, and it does feel like it's coming from a very wise, stable source. Because I feel like this person is showing up here 3 times. And I do feel like, now it's coming in as this Knight of Cups, which is, you know, he's bringing in a cup of love. But it doesn't have to necessarily be like someone is offering you a love relationship. It could be that that cup that you're being offered is something you're gonna love, right? It's something that, you know, is deeply emotionally fulfilling for you and helps you to, you know, accomplish a dream that you may have had for a really long time. So this feels really awesome, Aries. It looks like a good start to that full moon kind of completion that we've just had in your sign. And I feel like this is looking very powerful, very strong and confident, and definitely abundant. So altogether, gorgeous energy. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the November reading coming out next week. Bye.